is the dumbest thing I think I'll ever talk about on this channel, but the community reaction to this has been astronomical. I don't consider myself a member, and especially not an active member of the animation meme community here on YouTube, but I, and many other friends of mine, have been getting bombarded with pleas for us to unlist our content because allegedly some 14-year-old cook with no social life is gonna get our channels taken down. Let's talk about how fucking ridiculous this whole thing is. Now, I'm sure a lot of the facts floating around are quite hazy, and I feel like in such a crisis situation, false information gets spread around easily. I'm only going to say what I know for a fact, and I feel like my sources are probably the most credible I'm going to get, considering who I actually have contact with in this community. All the details I know were revealed to me in conversations I've had with Sleepy King, Spock the Theory, and Atari respectively. I'm not making anything up, and this is just what I've been told and what I've pieced together. From what I've heard, the shit show started with something that Scootaloo Loves Sand posted. Nice fucking username, by the way. I don't know this creator, nor have I watched any content by this creator, so I'm not even going to pass any judgment on this creator. So this other guy, whose name I can't even pronounce, so let's just call him Toxicroak, because that's the ugliest fucking Pokemon that rhymes with it, let's be honest. And they decide, hey, wouldn't it be a great use of my time to mass flag these animation meme creators instead of getting a life and doing something productive? So yeah, Tittycock then threatened Sleepy King and potentially other animators, and now everyone's flipping shit because some kid doesn't have a life. Let's get real here. This is like fucking Lord of the Flies. I can tell you straight up that myself and other ranters that I associate with are trying to step back out of this community because of how needlessly over the top the shit that goes down in it is. What's the first thing that happens when Spock decides he's not going to talk about bad rants anymore? This. This is what happens when you leave children unattended on an island. Absolute chaos. Next you'll be eating each other. I can understand why bigger content creators such as Sleepy King are unlisting their content, because he has personally been threatened by this. Another mutual of mine, Sir Fluff, has also done this, but due to subscriber requests. I personally don't understand why you'd unlist your videos, because there exists a flag button on your channel which can be used to flag your channel regardless of whether you have content on it or not. I can see why people are also removing their videos, however, because if a video gets flagged enough and becomes demonetized, your chances of monetization get significantly lower with each video you upload. But that's YouTube's fault. It's always fucking YouTube's fault. And that's kind of ridiculous. But you know what isn't ridiculous? To consider the fact that YouTube has an appeal process. Sure, it might take forever to appeal if your content is removed, but if you aren't breaking any community guidelines and you're wrongly flagged, you can appeal that. There are much larger YouTubers out there and they probably get flagged loads of times, yet their content is still up. Their channels are still up. This is what I don't get. Relate this to any other similar situation on YouTube and it becomes placid. It's nothing. Removing channels by falsely flagging them is against YouTube's terms of service, and the channel that is spam flagging people will instead be terminated. I have flagged channels before. There is a notice that pops up just as you're about to send the form off saying that if this is a false report, you can get terminated for it. Just... unfortunately for this guy, he'll be getting terminated 14 years too late. The community shouldn't be threatened by this. You are a community. I can tell you anything about the animation meme community, it's like a hydra. If one channel goes down, two more manage to take its place. There's animators with hundreds of thousands of subscribers, and I've never even heard of them. One small boy versus one entire community that's closely knit isn't going to end well for the small boy. But hey, congratulations on giving him the attention that he wants. It's almost as if you didn't learn anything from the recent Birdie drama. If I could suggest anything, stop making a fuss over this. Get a grip of yourselves. Stop spamming about this on my videos, my friends' videos, and on my DeviantArt, and realise that you won't get into trouble with YouTube if you haven't done anything troublesome on YouTube. People who aren't involved, stop acting like you're involved. Don't try to get involved. Don't let this become an issue for you. Because as someone whose content revolves around drama, it's not very good to get into drama like this, especially if you don't have any reason to be there. Sorry for how rushed and unscripted this video was. I just wanted to get this out there because this is what I've heard from people I know who are directly involved with this, and I wanted to talk about this before any other content creators, particularly other goats, start milking this topic dry for money. Thank you. Goodbye.